A day at park story. It was an ordinary day at the park with my family. There was no cloud in the sky, the sun was beaming, and the birds were chirping. We had discovered a pleasant spot to sit behind a large oak tree not far from where we had parked our car. We had a picnic to start the day. Drinks, sandwiches, and plenty of fruit were on the menu. I felt at ease since I was isolated from the hustle and bustle of modern life. I was with my family and friends at the park. We were going to have a picnic lunch. My buddies and I left the parents to make lunch while we went off exploring. I could hear kids laughing and singing with delight as they played basketball. As an observer, I stayed there for a bit and observed it all. I went along the trail, holding my newest book to my chest and admiring the small wildflowers that grew along the way. I heard the laughter of my friends and the bustle of adults preparing for the picnic. I decided to lean against the massive tree. The Nutcracker Story is the first book I read. My fingertips landed on the book, and I began reading about the gingerbread house. The sunshine swirled through the leaves' little gaps. The sun was pleasant and somehow relaxing. The words continued to shift about when I flipped to the next page. I tried squinting and screwing up my face in futility to control the phrases. The words vanished all of a sudden. I could hear famous songs streaming in the background at that very moment. I wondered what the music was. To the scenario in the gingerbread house, it is, of course, Tchaikovsky's music. I could envision a lady spinning beautifully as I went through these bright crimson poppies. She vanished as I got closer to her. I heard the music from the Nutcracker once more and realized it was the waltz of the flowers beginning. Several ballerinas emerged, each dressed in a different colored fairy outfit. The fairies invited me to dance by making hand motions. The waltz was going to commence after the introduction had ended. I entered the gathering with reluctance. My faint hesitation dissipated as I began to dance, and pure delight flooded my heart. In harmony, we floated lightly and effortlessly. The dance came to an end all too quickly. The other ballet dancers wandered off in a path I didn't recognize. They had already left when I called out wait. I then wandered back and through towering, red poppies, dreamily. To my senses, their aroma was astonishingly delightful. At a certain point, I heard Isabella's voice yelling my name, Caitlin, Caitlin, and I recognized it was her. When I opened my eyes, Isabella was standing there, asking me what I'd been up to. Dancing to the Nutcracker music, I replied. Come on, it is time for lunch, she replied with a familiar chuckle. Isabella bolted away to join our group of friends. I gently stood up with a sigh. I strolled with a smile on my face, holding my cherished book close to my heart. I was walking along the trail, gazing down at the beautifully colored spring flowers that were spread everywhere. I could hear laughter and bustle in the distance, and I happily joined the group.